It's time for Inside the Patch with your Las Vegas Raiders. Here's Gnarley Charley.
Well, welcome back to Inside the Patch. We are ESPN 1430, your Valley local sports leader. Also brought to you by Fresno Rack and Shelving. Nice rack. We're going to continue our time with Mitch Adams, the professor of the perfect rotation basketball training device. And there it is right there. Perfect. Oh, yeah, that makes, the fact that today is Black Friday, that makes a perfect stocking stuffer. Stocking stuffer.
Well, all of that, 30% off Black Friday through Cyber Monday, perfectrotation.com.
Did you hear that? Perfectrotation.com. Oh, man, I love that thing.
Yes.
All right, so, Mitch, let's talk about, we play the Chiefs in 2 days here at our stadium, our home field advantage. It's now the Christmas season, so technically for Christmas, Santa could give us 2 Chief victories. This could happen. What a great way to just end the year.
I don't think that would end our year. That's
what I'm saying.
That would push us into the playoffs. That sort of momentum. Denver's playing a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers are always the nemesis. You got to knock Minnesota off with Dobbs running around back there, and then you have the Colts that you have to deal with. But we can win those games. We can win the rest of our schedule. I'm so certain of that. And it starts this week with the Chiefs. You beat the Chiefs, and you have the confidence to win out. And I think we can. And if we do a showing like we did against Miami defensively and have an improved running game against the Chiefs and everything else stays the same, we can win.
They're on a short week. And how many drops did the Chiefs have? I mean, I don't know if you saw the game, but I was like, holy moly, all the way to the end. I mean,
let's hope it continues.
It was 4th and 25. And he threw a BB. Hit the guy in the hands, and it would have been good. It was Mahomes did everything right, and I was like, and it's team sport. You got, I can make a perfect throw, but if you can't catch it, it's not a perfect throw.
Yeah, that ball was flying, man.
Hit his hands. It flew 25 yards, at least 25 yards, probably a little bit more in the air, and it hit his hands. It's like,
that ball was thrown. That was a long throw, and it was a laser. When they say a frozen rope, I mean that thing, and it hit him. Wow. And I was like, thank God. Although there was a minute 41, 42 left on the clock at that point, I'm sure Philadelphia would have marched it right back down the field and won. But I'm happy they dropped it. And let's hope that trend continues this week against the Raiders.
The Fresno State had a thing the other day where they honored Pat Hill, who was our Fresno State football coach, and then Aaron Judge from the Yankees. He's a Fresno State player. Okay. They gave him a spot. And then they had an interview with Derek Carr talking about the Raiders. And I kind of heard this stuff before, but Derek Carr's dad loved Kenny Stabler. Loved him. That was his favorite team. And Derek said, I picked up on that. And he goes, but my player was Charles Woodson. That's who he loved. But then at the end of his career, Charles Woodson became a Raider again, and how awesome is that full circle moment? And I was like, because I was thinking of Woodson whiskey and just everything about Charles is like you talk about someone that I was hurt when he left for Green Bay, but then when he came back and had a couple more years in the tank, that was some great Raider moments for us.
Was it?
Oh
man, that guy, he comes into your view at Michigan, number 2, playing corner, and he's like, "What? This guy's playing offense too? He's returning kicks. He's out at wide receiver. He's like, everything. Holy crap!" And then he wins the Heisman. And we draft him. What? That was just we got the best college player coming to Oakland.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a treat that was to watch him up close and personal. And like you said, he went to Green Bay. And, that hurt. But when he came back,
and it came back with the big O. That was his thing.
Always.
Oh, and yes, we are the Las Vegas Raiders now, but I guess I was born into the Oakland Raiders.
Yes.
I went with the L.A.
Yes.
And we always leave for an L team, L.A., Las Vegas. but
all of my Oakland teams will be in Las Vegas. Maybe I need to move to Las Vegas because I can watch my baseball team.
I know. I mean, it's kind of, or can they just invent like a slide so you could slide, like underground slide right to Vegas and then come back? And easy peasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and how's that work for California? Because now the Raiders are not a California team. No. And the A's should not be a California team. Does that mean the stores quit carrying their stuff, the A's and the Raiders?
Oh, my God. Well, they do here in the Bay Area. It's all, I almost said their name. It's all the other across the Bay stuff, all throughout the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
But in Los Angeles, it's predominantly Raiders still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. You can walk in the stores and buy Raider gear. There's a little bit up here, but it's mostly I think they'll probably be pulling the A stuff pretty soon.
Yeah, and I always hear different versions of it. They're like, well, the Raiders would have never left if the A's would have been better.
Well, the true story is that had the Warriors not wanted to take the cheap route, or the city of Oakland not wanted the Warriors to take the cheap route and gut the arena and play in San Jose for 2 years and then rebuild inside of the shell of the arena and just put them downtown Oakland where the ask.com building is right near the Marriott.
Oh, yeah.
Then the A's would have probably followed downtown, and Oakland's downtown would have been revitalized, and there would have been an arena and a baseball stadium downtown. And that was the year before the Raiders came back, and they could have had the whole Coliseum complex. And so theoretically, had the Warriors or the city of Oakland not taken the cheap route and just built a new arena downtown and playing golf one day with former city manager Robert Bobb, he said as much, and that's why I'm repeating this.
Right.
Is that was the first domino to fall and start that negative effect of teams wanting to leave the city of Oakland. Plus, the city of Oakland promised the Raiders a new stadium, and it was 25 years later, and nothing was ever built. So, I mean, why would you stay?
Right.
Great business decision by Mark. I wish it hadn't been that way, but you can't fault him.
I do too. But then we can only be in charge of so much. Well, in Las Vegas, it wasn't even legal to have a football team. It wasn't even a possibility. But with online gambling stuff, it changed all that. So now it's different.
Oh, yeah. And they're going to have WNBA basketball, hockey, soon to be baseball, and they just need a professional men's basketball team.
Well, they got the whole town is a racetrack now. Right now, Formula One. I lived in Italy for like 7 months, and I played football for the Milan Blackhawks. I wasn't very good, and it was more of a you could have 3 Americans on your team, and I was a player coach, and it's still, like I said, I didn't have that much success in college, but I was good enough to play junior college, but I wasn't that good. But I got to play in Italy, and it was just a different vibe. Like no one came to the games. It was like a club sport kind of, but they had that Formula One racing right by where we played, and it was so loud. It sounded like earthquakes. It was like there was no sleeping involved with that, but it was crazy. But
yeah.
So what do you think?
Las Vegas is the place to be.
That's right, man.
They're just proving it.
Well, it's the entertainment capital of the world now, and we're part of it, and we're on the team.
And they have the money, and they will build it. So if you build it, they will come. So that's holding true. Field of dreams, baby.
So Mitch, what's the keys to our success for this? What do you think this week? What do we got to do the best?
Run the ball. Run the ball. Which will open up the passing game. Because if we can get the linebackers to come up to help stop the run, then it will open up the passing game. I mean, it's elementary. But if we can't run the ball and it's strictly passing, then the linebackers drop and the passing lanes are clogged, and we have a rookie quarterback, so that doesn't help him. So we need to establish the run, and if we can establish the run and spread the ball around like he's been doing,
right.
Renfro's reemerged. I think he had 5 catches.
Wait, hold on. That Renfro catch where he hurdled the player, kept his balance. I was like, where has that been all year? Yeah. Where has that been?
Because of some feud with the head coach, you don't play somebody who can do that. So
right.
That's why all of that needs to be left back in the practice, whatever, back at home. Don't bring that to work. And that's what he did. And you can't, when you have a weapon like that, somebody underneath. So get the running game going, passing game. And don't press. Don't try to force something. If it's not there, throw it away. And he'll learn that. And I'm sure he's watching films of the Miami game saying, I shouldn't have tried to force that. And so I think those are the key. Establish the running game. Yep. And keep playing defense the way we've played it.
And if there's 2 guys on Devontae, go another way. Just go another way.
And why not try? I know you're not fast and they don't expect you to run, but you get 5 yards.
Right.
You get 5 yards.
Right.
If it's not there, take off.
Yeah, Aiden hasn't really run that much, has he?
And that also will keep the linebackers up because they'll be like, oh my God, this guy, he'll run it now. So now we can't play as deep as we want to, although he's slow of foot.
Yeah. Isn't that the truth?
I know I'm pretty slow these days. I wonder if I could beat him in a foot race.
Well, I still keep thinking of the guy from the Colts, quarterback. He's not even playing anymore. Matt Ryan.
Oh,
he ran a 60-yard. He's 60 yards on us, Mitch. I think he's still running
because nobody expected it.
I know. It was the slowest, longest 60 yards I ever seen. I was like where is everybody? How is he doing this? I was like, I wanted to jump the TV and catch him. I mean, it was like, oh my gosh!
And you catch the guys with their backs to you. They're guarding. He knows that he's running.
I know.
And the receiver keeps taking you away from the play. And
it was just like, are you kidding me?
No one expects you to run when you're slow. And so I if Aiden could throw that into his repertoire and maybe run 3 or 4 times a game just to keep the defense honest, 4, 5, 7, 8 yards here and there.
Well, if we keep the Chiefs keep dropping those passes, I mean, that would help.
Oh,
don't worry about your hands.
Yeah, Chiefs keep dropping the pass. The chefs, yeah.
What about, is Taylor Swift going to show? Are we going to have a Taylor Swift sighting in Vegas?
It's Vegas.
Probably. I bet for sure her private jet will be landing. She'll be talking about a residency somehow, and
a stadium full of Swifties.
Oh gosh, could you imagine 13-year-old girls that hate football wearing red Kelsey jerseys representing Taylor?
Well, it's quite possible.
That's scary. I know. This is could be real.
Maybe she does. I don't know what you call a surprise concert. Could you call that a pop-up?
Pop-up concert? Oh gosh. God. Oh, that would be the worst.
Yeah, she's sent out. I don't know how she communicates with the Swifties, but sends out a Instagram. Be in Las Vegas this week. Yeah, they would be there.
So when she was probably 16, she was new, and I was a country radio disc jockey, and I have her saying Gnarley Charley is the best DJ ever. I got her on video saying it, but nice. I don't think it's going to help the game. But I mean, I've had some interaction with her. I actually got drunk with her dad one night, and he was the coolest guy ever. So
nice. Well, he's probably still cool. We just can't help that she has bad taste in football teams.
You know what? It was in Vegas. It was in Vegas. Now that I think about it, it was at the MGM Hotel at the Academy Country Music Awards. So there, maybe he can help. Come on, Ken.
Get the team drunk for us.
There we go. That's what we need. Well, the Chiefs are coming to town. We're playing them, and the one thing you can't judge or can't tell is momentum. There's no scientific way to judge it, but I think we have a big dose of that.
I do too.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and in 2 days we'll find out, and I can't wait.
Because then if we can head into the bye with a win over the Chiefs, watch out. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. Watch out.
That could be so Swifties, just back off. I will never, ever, 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 ever love you again. Whatever that song is.
I don't even know. I couldn't name one song. I'll be honest with you.
I'm sad that I knew a few, but I'm sad about that. But Mitch Adams, thank you so much. Where is that perfect rotation, that basketball training device? Do you have that on your hands right there? I want to see that thing. Put that up and let us see it. It's a great stocking stuffer. It is. If you go to perfectrotation.com, there is a Black Friday sale, and today being Black Friday, you can make that happen.
Yes,
Mitch?
and the promo code will be Raiders.
Raiders. Oh, that's perfect. That is a great promo code. Raiders. Get you that discount at perfectrotation.com. Mitch, we will see you next time right here inside the patch, brother.
With a victory.
Heck yeah.
We'll be back with more Inside the Patch on 1430 ESPN, your official home of the Las Vegas Raiders.